Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. My name's Soleil and I garden in Zone 5B and I'm in mid-Michigan, and today we're on the campus of Michigan State University, my alma mater, as well as the place where I became a master gardener. So I thought it'd be really fun to take you around. They have a lot of great gardens here, and one of them I thought we would try today is the annual trial garden. So this is one where they get plants from all sorts of different growers and they try them out and they report back on the outcomes. And we'll even link to the horticultural website for you as part of this video so you can check it out yourselves. So earlier in the year, if you catch this, beautiful pergola is covered in the wisteria vine and it will be blooming just gorgeous lavender purple. All right, let's take a look over here. We have some beautiful elephant ears, and it looks like they have some cardoons here, which are doing much better than the ones that I have in my garden. This is what I was hoping mine would look like in my pots at the end of my pool, but clearly they've done a much better job of growing them on than I have. They do have several greenhouses here, and so they can start them early and get them growing large and then plant them out. So this bed here is the impatiens bed, and you'll see we have sun patiens. There's all sorts of different varieties and colors here. We have lavender splash, purple candy, pretty pink. Let's see, what's this one called? Magenta bliss. These are actually called Solarscape as opposed to sun patiens. So this is neon purple by Pan American Seed. And then we have Solarscape orange burst, salmon glow, and then at the end we have white shimmer. So lots of different kind of impatiens that do really well in full sun. Over here is the trial garden for begonias, and it's amazing in terms of the number and different kinds that they have here. And you can see right at a quick glance, we actually have the surefire begonias over here. And then down there we'll take a look because there are some that look like they're performing really well also. So let's take a closer look at what all we have here. We have the begonia surefire white, the surefire rose, surefire red, and wow, look at that surefire cherry cordial. These are all by proven winners. Now we have Pan American Seed again, and this is the hula red. And just look, these are a little bit lower growing and they have kind of curly leaves on them. Isn't that interesting? We have hula pink and hula blush, which is white with a little bit of pink on it. We have hula bicolor white and a little white one snuck in here, but look at these dragon wing begonias. Aren't these beautiful? That's dragon wing white. We have dragon wing red, and then also the pink. Now coming up here we have some of the double up series by proven winners. This is the double up white. We have the double up red. And then, wow, I really like this one, the Begonia Bionic Bronze Leaf Rose. And this is by Syngenta is the name of the company that does this one. I really like that. And then next up we have Bronze Leaf Red, which I think would have done better, except there's a tree in front of it blocking some of the sun. And then we have Bionic Green Leaf Pink. Lots of different kinds of wax begonias to try. We also have some perennials in this garden. So we have some sedum here. This is the back in black sedum. And then next to that we have the coral jade, both of which are by proven winners. And then over here we have one that's by Terra Nova Nurseries, and this is the conga line. So it's kind of interesting to compare the conga line to the back in black. This one has a little bit more purple hue to it, and just gorgeous. I wish I was able to see the flowers on these today for you all. This one's called Peach Pearls. It's by Terra Nova, and so I believe that the flowers on this one actually are peach colored with that deep dark foliage, which would be an amazing contrast. We have lots of salvia in here, which is done blooming. We have some Walter's Gardens red velvet upscale plants, and these are the Monarda, also known as bee balm. Very pretty color on that, and I like the deep dark foliage that it has. So something you'll see on these phlox here is something that we struggle with a little bit in Michigan because of our very hot and humid summers. We have a lot of humidity, and this is powdery mildew that's on them. These are the luminary phlox, and this is the ultraviolet one. Mine did not get the powdery mildew this year, so that's great. But you can see that it's definitely affected here. And then we have the luminary opalescence, which is right next to it. This one is still blooming, and it does not have powdery mildew, so that's interesting to see. I do not have the opalescence in my garden. You all know how much I love my heucheras. Here's some that's called Grande Black, and this is by Terra Nova Nurseries. And then next to the Grande Black, we have the Grande Amethyst. I really like kind of the mottled color in the Grande Black here, the different colors as it grows on. And the amethyst is also really gorgeous with that purple foliage. Well, unfortunately, I would say that these are definitely pulmonaria, and I really love them, but I don't see any labels on them, so that makes me a little bit sad because I would love to know what this one is. I think these right here are the Sayuri, which I have in my garden, and then this one, just look at this. This is like a mint color, and rather than being very specific spots, it almost looks like just variegated foliage. I love that. It does look though like this one right here may have reverted, so I wonder if it's some type of a hybrid and then it's reverted to this other more spotted color. Very beautiful. I love these plants. So deer and rabbit resistant and great for dry shade. All right, so this is the Kismet White Echinacea, and this is by Terra Nova Nurseries, and it looks like there must be something mixed in with it as well because it's a very light purple. I'm not sure. Something just sometimes, maybe the seeds are supposed to be like that. I don't know, but it's supposed to be the white one. And then we have Kismet Intense Orange, and it definitely looks like it fades to a darker orange, but that's very beautiful. I love the colors on that. We also have some Nephophia. This one's also by Terra Nova Nurseries, and this is called Rocket Junior. It looks like it stays a bit smaller than some of the others, but it has beautiful color, both orange, dark, light, and then some yellow on it. Really pretty. It looks like it just fades to yellow as the petals age. Wow, look at this lavender. This is beautiful. I love the foliage on it. It's almost like buttony. It's so good. Smells beautiful. This is called La Diva Imperial Early, and this is by Duman Orange. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. I'm definitely going to look this one up. I love Begonia. It's also a good one for both sun and shade and for dry areas. And we have a Begonia Vintage Rose over here. And then on the left we have Begonia Vintage Blush, which is probably referring to the color of the flowers. So these are also by Terra Nova Nurseries. Gorgeous. I like the shape of that foliage. I'm really excited, you guys. I have found the name of these pulmonaria, and they come with QR codes. So I'm actually going to take a picture of these. This is Pulmonaria Silver Skimtar by Terra Nova Nurseries. So that is simply gorgeous. It does remind me of the Sayuri, but it has these little curly edges to the leaves that the Sayuri doesn't. It's much more straight formed. And then we have the gorgeous pulmonaria over here that is called raspberry frost. I absolutely adore this. I hope that they have these for sale next year, but I will note again, this plant right here looks like it's reverting. You can see some of that green and white foliage along with the spots on it. So they're probably still working through some of the genetics on that. We have some gorgeous Brunnera here too. This is the Queen of Hearts. I have this one in the garden, very beautiful and silvery foliage. But then if you look just to the left of that, this is even more silvery. And this one is by Terra Nova, and this is the Brunnera called Alexandria. So that is a really silvery gray pop if you're looking for something to lighten up a dry shade space. It also can perform fairly well in sun, typically, if there is lots of water. Now, because that's more silver, it might burn a little bit more than the darker leaves. Oh, look, a hummingbird. Oh, dang it. You might have gotten it. We just saw a hummingbird. I don't know whether we got footage of it or not. If we did, we'll show it, but I think it flew away before we could get it. This is the Agastache or Agastache, depending on how you pronounce it. This is meant to be Queen Nectarine, and this is by Walter's Gardens. Gorgeous colors. The next one is by Terra Nova, and this is called Pink Pearl. We then have a yellow one on it that's by the Doomer Orange, and that one is called Better Buzz Amarillo. We have another one by Doomer Orange called Better Buzz Amber. So it looks like these stay a little bit shorter if you want something in your landscape that is small but still attracts pollinators. Now this Rosa one, this Agastache Better Buzz Rosa, doesn't look like it's performing very well. So that one may just not be as strong of a performer. So I want to show you a couple dianthus. They have a lot here, but this one really speaks to me. This one is called Beauties Melinda, and it's also by Doomer Orange, and it has a double flower on it, and it's a beautiful magenta color. There's another one up here that is similar, a little bit darker, but it has the blue foliage, which is also nice. So let's take a look at this one. This one is a really, really double one. This one is the Fruit Punch Funky Fuchsia, and this one is by Walter's Gardens. Very beautiful blue foliage on that. We have a couple of really unique Echinacea coneflowers here. This one is called Double Coated Butter Pecan, and this one is by Walter's Gardens. Look at the poofy center on that. It starts out almost orange and then fades to that creamy peach-like color. We have one next to it that is by Must Have Perennials, and this one is called Lovely Lolly. Look at that deep color, and the stems on that are so dark they're almost black. That's beautiful. Very dramatic. Next to that we have a flower that is just covered in bees, and it is a penstemon. This one is called Flock of Flamingos, which is aptly named because it's definitely a flamingo pink, and this is by Terra Nova Nurseries. So I'm not sure what this flower is. It looks almost like some kind of monarda, but it's definitely not. But it's got like a flower coming out of a flower coming out of a flower. It has a square stem, which makes me think it's part of the mint family. Wow, look at that. That is gorgeous. And beneath it, lots of zinnias. And this is the rainbow bed, and this is the orange section. So if you look kind of off to the left, it goes from orange to yellow to white, and it goes all the way around the fountain and has all different colors. So this is the orange section. We have some beautiful marigolds down here. Just stunning. Striking orange with the coleus. Some gomphrena. some salvia. So colorful. There's lots of people here today enjoying the fountains and getting, senior pictures or class pictures done. It's just a beautiful place to be. This is the espalier apple tree. So if you look up, you can see there's lots of apples up in the sky. There's signs not to pick the apples because they want to leave them here and keep them. But they are absolutely gorgeous, and they are grafted and they are tied into these green wires that are all along the arbor. Absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite espalier trees that is in the area. Very elaborate, and you can see there's different types of apples on there. There's green ones, there's red ones, and so that makes it really fun. So we're moving now into the reds and the pinks. So you can see just all of this beautiful celosia and gomphrena, and we have some more beautiful coleus, lots of pink gomphrena and some impatiens along the front here, more zinnias. And they do have signs that explain everything that they have planted along here. We see some annual salvias. These are all annual plants that they're using. And then the Verbena bonariensis as we move into purple. Look at the gorgeous kale. And more purple gomphrena and the purple fountain grass. We have purple tradescantia. And we have, I've never seen this before, we have purple cosmos. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Most of it's pink when you see it. The Cleome. Not cosmos, sorry about that. We have some beautiful kale, some more salvia, and we're starting to turn into blue here. We have some ageratum with some sedum, some gorgeous salvia in the middle. And then look at this beautiful dinosaur kale. Nothing is eating their dinosaur kale. Mine's being eaten by groundhogs at my house. But wow, that's beautiful. We have some eucalyptus in front here. And now we're starting to go into green. So you start to see some of the coleus. And we have the papyrus. I'm not sure which one this is. This is probably king tut. It's very tall. And some sweet potato vine and parsley. I mean, so many unique combinations. I wish I knew what this one is in the back. It looks like foxtails or some kind of a bushy tail, but I don't know what it is. It's very unique. We have some Nicotiana here. And there's a view on the fountain, just gorgeous. So if you've never seen one of these before, this is a castor bean plant. Beautiful flowers in the middle with the seed heads forming. Very tropical plant. Okay, in this bed we have Calibrachoa and petunias, so let's take a look at what we have here. These starting are from Sacarta, or Cicada. It's Calibrachoa, Super Cal Premium Pearl White. And then Cicada also makes this Super Cal Premium Purple Dawn. These look very much like petunias to me, but they're definitely Calibrachoa. This is Super Cal Premium Sunset Orange. And then we have Super Cal Premium Yellow Sun. Now we're moving into some petunias here. This is called Funhouse Papaya. It looks like this one got a little burnt out and a little leggy. It's a little tired. And then we have Petunia Funhouse Peach Melba. These are by Syngenta. And that one looks really good. It looks like it's still performing really well for being towards the end of the year. Lots more petunias here. We have some more by Syngenta. This is Mega Pink Vein. It's a beautiful light pink with a yellowish foliage. Then we have our Supertunias by Proven Winners. This is the Supertunia Mini Vista Hot Pink. And then we have Midnight. Boy, do those two make a stunning combination as they mix there, doesn't it? I like the mix of those two. Now we have a Supertunia Mini Vista Pink Star next. And a Mini Vista Scarlet. I like that color too. That's beautiful. And then the Mini Vista White and the Mini Vista Yellow, which looks like it is incredibly prolific and healthy. Probably the healthiest one out here right now, but it is near a tree, so it might be getting a little bit more shade than some of the others here. In addition to the annuals, they also plant vegetables. So we have a pepper right here. This is called Trailblazer, and this is by Pan American Seed. It looks like it's producing peppers very well. Beautiful looking plant. Then next to it, they're growing some tomatoes. This is called Sun Dipper, and it looks like a cherry tomato that almost is the shape of a teardrop kind of gourd shape. And that's also by Pan American Seed. Super cute. Never seen one shaped quite like that before. Now we have a couple Nemesias here. This is a Romance called Mulberry, and this is by Proven Winners. Love that color. And then we have one called a Romance Pink. Now we have some marigolds coming up, which are awesome to pair with your vegetables. And this is Marigold Inca 2 Gold by Syngenta. Very, very big bloom. And then a taller plant next to it, we have the Marigold Big Duck Gold. This one is by Ameriseed. This one's probably about 18 inches tall, maybe even 24 inches in the back. And then we have one that's called Marigold F1 number 3. Not a very fancy name, but it's a beautiful plant. A little bit oranger, a little bit more dense foliage. Then next to that we have Marigold Cocoa Gold, and this one is really tall. This one is probably 3 feet tall. Beautiful. Big heads on it. Super fluffy. That one's by Ameriseed, and this one is Marigold Garuda Gold, and this one is also by Ameriseed. And then we have a small one over here, which is a tricolor. So you can kind of see all of the different colors on each flower. That's beautiful. It's just spotted. Triploid bicolor by Ameriseed. That one's probably about 12 inches tall. Then we have a gorgeous yellow one that's called Hedgemary Yellow. That's by Ameriseed also. I really like the flowers on that one. And it has an orange version of that as well that is called Hedgemary Orange. There's so much to look at here. You could spend hours just walking through and enjoying the gardens. And there's several other gardens here at Michigan State. So we're going to take you to some of those as well. I think you'll enjoy them. Hopefully before the end of the season, we'll get to them all. There's also greenhouses behind me. These are the teaching greenhouses that they have. And it's also behind those is the building where we have like our Master Gardener meetings. So really beautiful place, great place to visit if you're ever in mid-Michigan. This is open to the public, it's free. You may have to pay for parking if it's during business hours, but a fantastic place to just come and relax and enjoy the garden. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye!